Okay.
You better behave.
Most young girls have owned a Barbie at some point in their lives. Whether a present from a mother, grandmother, aunt, or great aunt, whether loved or hated, we've mostly all owned one. What if I told you that owning a Barbie doll can cause young girls to have body imaging issues and eating disorders? Some girls compare themselves to this unrealistic doll, and this causes them to have unrealistic body issues and eating disorders. Some people say that you are not supposed to compare yourself to her, but this doesn't mean anything. Some young girls do it anyway. Young girls who are at a formative stage in their lives can be affected by owning a Barbie doll. Barbies create an unrealistic image for young girls. Barbies are made in unrealistic proportions that don't even compare to those of a real woman. According to a study by Gayla Salin, and an article in the Huffington Post on Barbie and body image, she, who put the life-size Barbie version of the doll, says that Barbie, if she was a real person, would stand 6 feet tall with a 39-inch bust, 18-inch waist, and 33-inch hips. She says that she dressed Barbie symbolically in a size 00 skirt that she wore when she was struggling with anorexia due to the complexity with the doll. Barbie needs to be made in a more realistic image, and this would help young girls to see themselves as beautiful and not care so much about how they look. Girls who are in a formative stage in their lives need to be concerned with playing and toys rather than their bodies. It is very unhealthy for young girls to be concerned with their body image. An article by Kate Harding, she says that young girls and body image is worse now than it's ever been. The article entitled "Girls and Body Image It's Apparently Getting Worse" goes on to say that eating disorders is on the rise. Girls as young as 5 are preoccupied with body image. It's not healthy for girls that young to be concerned with their bodies. They need to be more concerned with playing with Barbie rather than looking like her. Ms. Salin, in the article entitled "The Scary Reality of a Real Life-Size Barbie," recalls that when she was a young girl, around the age of 7, that she admired Barbie's long golden locks and her slim figure. She suffered an eating disorder due to the complexity with the doll. She says that Barbie represents the beauty, perfection, and the ideal for young girls across the world. Young girls and some young boys need to be taught that, from a young age, that they are beautiful and it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. They need to understand that Barbie is just a toy and she was not designed for anyone to compare themselves to her or for anyone to try to be her. Parents need to sit their children down and tell them that they are beautiful and they don't need to listen to what anyone else says, and it doesn't matter what they look like, they are beautiful. Children get caught up in the standards of looking beautiful. What is important, whether it's comparing themselves to an actor or actress or Barbie or whomever it may be, they are beautiful and they don't need to compare themselves to anyone. What is important is that children act like themselves, and as long as they're happy and healthy, it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. Kids get teased across America by their appearances. They need to know to let the words just roll off their backs and not to let it bother them. Bullies make fun of other kids due to insecurities that they have about themselves. Bullies are just mean kids, and all kids need to know this. They're just haters, so to speak, and their comments just don't matter. The only person that children need to please when it comes to their body image is themselves. And as long as they're healthy and happy with the way they look, that's all that matters. Parents need to be cautious when purchasing the popular toy known as Barbie for their children. Barbie can be fun, but she can also come with several risks. An article on the Mirror Eating Disorders website says, entitled "Barbie and Body Image," they say that they're not saying that parents shouldn't allow their children to play with the popular toy known as Barbie, but that they be cautious when purchasing Barbie for their children, and that they make informed decisions about which toys they allow their children to play with, and that they consider carefully how these toys may affect them. Barbies are made with unrealistic proportions as compared to the human body. They need to be made with more realistic proportions. They can cause young girls to have body image issues and eating disorders, which is not healthy for those who are in their formative years. Parents need to sit their children down and make sure they understand that a Barbie doll is just that, a doll, and that they don't ever need to compare themselves to her or try to be her. On this poster, I've outlined why not to buy Barbies for your children. She is not made to scale to a real woman, and she could give your children body image issues and eating disorders. And the ways that the makers of Barbie can make her better. They need to make her to scale to a real woman, and they also need to make her in all different kinds of body styles. And most importantly, parents need to teach their children that they are perfect the way they are, and they don't need to change anything about themselves. Thank you.